Hello students, warm greetings to all of you. Welcome to the new video of Class 8 Biology, Chapter 9, Reproduction in Animals. In this video, we are going to study about the introduction of this chapter, what is reproduction, modes of reproduction, sexual reproduction, male reproductive organs, and female reproductive organs. In lower classes, you have studied about many life processes like digestion, respiration, circulation, etc. All these processes are essential for the survival of every individual. You also studied that all living organisms reproduce. Imagine what would happen if organisms had not reproduced. All living things are immortal. That means all the living things grow old with time and ultimately die. In fact, every living organism remains alive on this earth for a limited period of time and then dies. So, new organisms have to be produced in place of those who die. So, that is reproduction. The reproduction of new organisms from the existing organisms of the same species is known as reproduction. So, reproduction is one of the fundamental characteristics of living beings and is essential for the continuation of species. What is reproduction? The production of new organisms from the existing organisms of the same species is known as reproduction. Or we can say reproduction is the creation of new living things from the existing living things. So, this is one of the important characteristics of living organisms is their ability to reproduce more members of their own species. Now, is reproduction important? Yes, reproduction is important. Why? Reproduction is essential for the survival of a species on this earth, or it is essential for continuation of a species. So, living organisms produce more organisms of their own kind to maintain the life of their species on this earth. The process of reproduction ensures continuity of life on earth. For example, human beings reproduce by giving birth to babies. These babies grow and ultimately become adults. So when all parents die, their sons and daughters keep living on this earth. So these sons and daughters also reproduce by giving birth to more babies, and this process goes on. So reproduction by human beings ensure that the human species will continue to exist on this earth for all the time to come. Okay. So next is it ensures that genetic materials of one generation is transmitted to the next. So reproduction gives rise to more organisms with the same characteristics as their parents. For example, human beings always produce human babies, cats always produces kitten, and hens always produce chicks. If, however, some species of the living organisms cannot reproduce due to certain reasons, then the organisms of this species will gradually die out and disappear from the earth. Now we have to study about modes of reproduction. There are two modes of reproduction in living organisms. Number one, asexual reproduction, and number 2, sexual reproduction. The production of a new organism from a single parent without the involvement of the sex cells or gametes is called asexual reproduction. Whereas the production of a new organism from two parents by making use of their sex cells or gametes is called sexual reproduction. So, in asexual reproduction, a part of the parent organism separates off and grows into a new organism. In asexual reproduction, only one parent is needed to produce a new organism. No gametes are involved in asexual reproduction. Examples: binary fission in amoeba, budding in hydra, etc. Then, in asexual reproduction, two parents are needed to produce a new organism, and sex cells or gametes are take part in sexual reproduction. Examples: humans, frog, fish, cat, dogs, etc. Next topic we have to study is sexual reproduction in animals. So, sexual reproduction is the most common method of reproduction in animals. In sexual reproduction in animals, there are two parents, a male and a female. The male parent produces male gametes called sperms. The female parent produces female gametes called eggs or ova. Ova is plural, ovum is the singular. Then the sperm enters into the egg. The nucleus of the sperm fuses with the nucleus of the egg cell to form a new cell is called a zygote. Zygote is also known as fertilized egg. Then the zygote divides repeatedly to form a hollow ball of hundreds of cells, and that is known as embryo. Embryo grows and become a fetus, in which all the main body features of the baby animal have formed. Fetus grows and develops to form a new baby. Next, we have to study about sexual reproduction in human. In human beings, there are special reproductive organs to make sperms and eggs. So first we have to study about the reproductive system of male. Male reproductive organs. Here you can see the picture of the male reproductive organs. Here, in humans, the male reproductive organs include a pair of testes. Two testes here. Testes is the plural and testis is the singular. This is testis. Then a tube-like structure you can see here, that is the sperm duct, or it is also known as vas deferens, and then urethra and penis. These are the main organs of male reproductive or system. First one, we have to study about the testis. Testis is the plural and singular is testis. So two testes are there, that is why it is called as testis. The testis produce a male gamete called a sperm. Here you can see the picture of the sperm. Sperm is a single cell and with all the usual components of a cell, a nucleus, cytoplasm and cell membrane etc. are present. It consists of three parts: head, middle piece and a tail. This is the structure of a human sperm. Then testes. Testes are the oval shaped organs which lie outside the abdominal cavity of a man. The testis produces male gametes called sperms. Millions of sperms are produced in the testis, and the testis is enclosed in two small bags of skin that you can see here. This is known as scrotum, or we say scrotal sacs. So the testes work more efficiently at a temperature slightly below the body temperature. So they are held outside the body in the scrotal sacs. so that they remain cool. Then next organ is sperm duct. Sperm duct, also known as vas deferens. Sperm duct, you can see in the picture, sperm duct. It is also known as vas deferens. Its function is to carry the sperms to the urethra along with the secretion of reproductive glands. And this mixture is called semen. Sperms swim in the semen with the help of the trach. Next organs are urethra and penis. Urethra is a tube running down the penis. It carries urine and semen. Penis is a muscular organ which opens outside. It is used to deliver semen to female reproductive part for the purpose of fertilization. It is also used to pass urine. These are the different organs of male reproductive system. Next, we have to study about female reproductive system. The human female reproductive system consists of the following organs: a pair of ovaries, oviduct and uterus. Here you can see the picture of the female reproductive system. Two ovaries are there. A tube is known as fallopian tube or oviduct and uterus. These are the major organs of a female reproductive system. First one, ovaries. Ovaries are the oval-shaped organs which are inside the abdominal cavity of a woman. A woman has two ovaries. The female sex cells or female gametes called eggs or ova, ova is a plural or ovum is a singular, are made in these ovaries. Then just above the ovaries are the tubes called the oviducts, which is also known as fallopian tube, and the egg or ovum released by an ovary goes into the oviduct. In human beings, one mature egg is released into the oviduct every month by one of the ovaries. The release of an egg from the ovary is called ovulation. Then another function of the fallopian tube is fertilization takes place in this fallopian tube or oviduct. Okay. Next organ is uterus. Uterus is a hollow, pear-shaped organ. It is the part where development of the baby takes place. And the lower narrow part of the uterus is known as cervix. Then last part, vagina. The uterus opened into a wide muscular tube called vagina. The vagina receives the semen containing sperms. Here is a picture of the human ovum. It is also a single cell. It is also have nucleus, cytoplasm and the cell membrane. Hope all of you understood. Today we have studied the types of reproduction, the male reproductive organs and the female reproductive organs. Next class we will describe the process of sexual reproduction in humans. Thank you.